Greetings everyone. Today our topic is related to PTE Academic test. So if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, subscribe it to get more updates related to PTE, IELTS, English grammar and English language learning lessons. First we will discuss about PTE Academic, what will happen on exam day. So on the big day when your skills will be finally tested in a strict environment, you may feel nervous, but you're not alone in your experience. The majority of first-time test takers are nervous, though they have practiced very hard and knew all the modules and their items. So the reason is simple, it can be due to anxiety or a little fear. So don't forget your ID card because you will be checked, and don't forget your ID card, passport and receipt and other essential documents needed to be with you on your test day. So digital sign is there as a part of the procedure. You need to show some ID and then sign in digitally. So capture your photo, say straight to that camera that can capture your photo and scan your palm. The biometric check is scanning your palm, happens on the test day of Pearson test of English, and they will scan check digitally both of your hands. So at the test center, they will take place a secure facility with all the amenities needed for taking the test. When you reach the test center of the Secure Pearson Test Center or PTE Test Day, you will be assigned a computer and a headset. The PTE Academic is divided into 4 modules. It will be related to reading, writing, speaking, and listening. While the speaking and writing modules are combined in one session, listening and reading are divided into 2 different sections. So ranging from MCQs to essay writing, reading out sentences to choosing the correct answer, there are 20 types of questions in all 4 formats. The PTE test is based on real-life academic and general content. You'll come across graphs, summaries, excerpts, and many more items that belong to things around you. The test also contains both native and non-native accents, which may like what you hear in films, TV, and other real-life conversations from everyday life. Most of the people consider that PTE test is easy as compared to IELTS, but few of them consider that IELTS is easy as compared to PTE. So the test format, first we'll be discussing related to the speaking and writing. So it will take 54 to 67 minutes. On the top right of your hand, the timing is shown and you can check it for each section and for each skill. So personal introduction is the first step of your speaking and speaking skills. Reading aloud related question will be there. Repeat a sentence will be there. Describe an image will be there. Retell lecture or maybe retell a sentence would be there in PTE core. Answer short questions will be there. Summarize the written text will be there, and you are supposed to write an essay for PTE Academic, and for PTE core you are supposed to write an email and a letter as well. So in reading module you'll see that you are having 29 to 30 minutes. Reading and writing will be related to the fill in the blanks, multiple choice questions, multiple answers will be there, the ordering paragraph question will be there, reading fill in the blanks would be there, and multiple choice single answer would be there. There'll be multiple choice question and you need to select any one single answer for that. Moving towards the next skill, which is the listening, it will carry out in 30 to 43 minutes. So summarize spoken text would be there, multiple choice question, and you are supposed to select a single answer for that. Fill in the blanks would be there, highlight the correct summary would be there. Multiple choice question again will be repeated with multiple answers. Select missing words will be there, highlighting incorrect words would be there, and right form dictation would be there as well. So one by one, we'll be discussing each module in detail. In PTE, AIM stands for Academic Speaking Module. You can see that the first part of the test will evaluate your speaking and writing skills on contrary. So this section is approximately of 54 to 67 minutes. It evaluates your English language proficiency in academic environment. So simultaneously, you will be assessed in speaking and writing skills both in this test. So the speaking module of the PTE exam will test you on how well you can listen, speak, and write. Thus, you need to be focused with utmost attention while reading, listening, writing, and speaking the answers for the questions asked. Your speaking proficiency will be judged by 5 different categories of questions that range from repeating the sentence given to answers and the questions asked to summarize the passages you listen. So, the speaking action begins with personal introduction, because once you build the rapport, you can say once you are used to with the system. So here you are expected to introduce yourself, but this part of the test is not assessed, you will not be evaluated, and you will not be marked for personal introduction session. So you must ensure that your response is recorded before the progress bar reaches to the end. Please note that if you stay silent for more than 3 seconds of time, the recording automatically stops and you will end up losing points. So, section overview, as you can see, that read out loud. The task is that you need to read out the text there on the screen. So there will be few sentences where you need to read it aloud, and in total the number of sentences, or you can say 6 to 7, would be there, and prompt length would be 60 words, or you can say a text up to 60 words would be there. Score is, you can say it will be partially credited, and skill assessed is reading and speaking. So time to answer, it varies. Repeat sentence. For this task, after listening to the sentence played, you need to repeat it verbatim. So there'll be the number of the items or questions, you can say it will be around 10 to 12, and the prompt length would be 3 to 9 seconds for answering, and the scoring, you can say it will be partially credited, and skilled assist is listening and speaking in this question. So the time to answer is there around 15 seconds. In describe an image question, you need to describe an image that is displayed, and there'll be around 3 to 4 images, and the prompt length is it's not specified, and for scoring for this question is partially credited, and again the skill assessed is speaking because you need to describe it, and time to answer is 40 seconds. For retell a lecture, you need to memorize what all is told in the lecture. Then you need to describe it in your own words. And you are having 1 to 2 questions, and up to 90 seconds would be there. And the skill assessed is listening and speaking. And again, you are having the time to answer is 40 seconds. For answer short questions, you need to answer the question in one word or a few, or in the form of the phrases, or it can be a single word. So it will be around 5 to 6 questions, and the prompt length is 3 to 9 seconds, and you will be assessed for listening and speaking both, and the time to answer is 10 seconds only. For personal introduction, we'll be discussing in detail that this section gives you a chance to let the selected institutes know something about you. Note that this item has no score at all. So when to begin it, there'll be a countdown until microphones start working and recording, and you have 25 seconds to prepare the content. After you hear a beep sound, you should start speaking about you. So you can discuss and talk about yourself, your academic achievements, your goals, or anything, or why you are conducting this test. So do not speak before the microphone starts because your voice won't be recorded. Speak clearly and do not hurry. You'll be able to record your response only once. You should be done with your speaking before the progress bar reaches the end. So you need to finish your sentence before it reaches the end. The word recording will then turn into completed once the recording is done or the specified time is completed. So do it in this way, that speak calmly but clearly. You don't need to be in hurry for this. You have half a minute to record the response. You should be done with your introduction before the progress bar reaches the end. There the word recording changes into completed. For read out loud, as the heading suggests, that you need to read aloud the text displayed on your screen. So when to begin it, the countdown is displayed on the recording status box. The countdown ranges from 30 to 40 seconds to prepare the content. You will then hear a short tone, after which you should promptly start speaking. So do not speak before the microphone starts because your voice won't be recorded until it starts. Speak clearly and do not make any hurry. You will be able to record your response only once. You should be done with your speaking before the progress bar reaches the end, and the word recording will then turn into completed. The scoring will be partial credit, and how are you judged? Reading, speaking, oral pronunciation, and content is there for your assessment. So what is it? The repeat a sentence. Basically, you need to repeat the sentence verbatim. This means you need to speak the sentence exactly what you hear in the audio clip. So you will hear a sentence, and after the sentence will be completed, then you need to repeat when the bar shows start. So when to begin, the audio clip starts getting played automatically within a few seconds. When the clip is over, the microphone gets on and the recording begins. So you need to speak clearly. Don't be in hurry again. Finish speaking before the progress bar reaches to the end and the word recording will turn into completed. Speak into the microphone immediately because unlike other items, you will not hear any short tone beep. So again, scoring will be partial and how you will be judged related to listening, speaking, oral fluency and pronunciation and the content. In this describe an image, you can see that you need to describe an image that will be displayed on your screen. You have 25 seconds to study the image and prepare yourself with the content. Once you are given the 25 seconds time, when it's over, you'll have a short tone beep and you need to start speaking immediately. Whenever you are talking, so you should keep it in mind that the chronological order should be there and you need to target each and every word. You need to describe, elaborate each and everything, but whatever you can see, but you need to follow the steps correctly as well. So don't start speaking before you hear the tone or beep, or otherwise your voice won't be recorded. Speak clearly, no need to be in hurry. Finish speaking before the progress bar reaches the end and the word recording will turn into completed. So again, you will be judged related to pronunciation, oral fluency, and content. Don't hesitate. Avoid having or in your speech. Fluency should be maintained and is more important than describing everything what you see. If the image has too much data to cover in your speech, highlighting only that are important. So you need to highlight only the important things if you can estimate this that a lot of things are present in the image. So before the bar will be completed, you need to finish whatever you want to explain about that image. You can start your sentence in a way that this image describe or this image illustrates. This will help you out to give a proper start or initial sentence. So retell a lecture. What is retell a lecture? Basically, as the label says, you need to retell the lecture in your own words. You will hear an academic lecture that you need to repeat once the audio clip is over. So the lecture will start automatically. At times, the lecture is accompanied by an image for better understanding. Sometimes images, you can say pictorial description would be there. Once the audio clip is over, you'll have 10 seconds to prepare yourself, and after those 10 seconds you will hear a short tone or beep and start speaking immediately after it. So don't speak before you hear the sound beep or else your voice won't be recorded. Speak clearly as you can and there is no need to rush to finish the lecture. So you will be judged related to listening, speaking, oral pronunciation or oral fluency and content. So it is better to write down the keywords or phrases in a notepad given to you. So at the start of the test, you will be given with a notepad and a pen or pencil. So you need to write down the important details on that notepad while you are hearing the lecture. So you cannot miss any information, but you need to concise those or retell the lecture. So these keywords will help you recalling the lecture. So another question is related to answer short questions. So in this item, you'll have to answer the question in one or few words. The question will be quite general, related to your day-to-day life. The audio clip will begin to play automatically. At times, this item also has an image. Once the clip is over, the microphone will start recording your voice. The status box will show recording, and once you are finished with it, it will turn into completed. So there is no short tone beep. Also, you need to answer it in one word or few. You should not stretch the answer explaining the stuff because you don't have that much time. So scoring can be either correct or incorrect. And you will be judged related to listening, speaking, and vocabulary. For PT Academic Writing Module, the writing is the second section of the speaking module. In the other words, it does not have any separate section or time. Once you are done with the speaking module, clicking on the next button will ask you to take the writing test. The writing test assesses your writing skills in terms of how good you are in grammar, formatting sentences, and sticking to the given topic. You will be judged on the quality of your handwriting. Let's have an overview for this section. So for this, you are having these items. Summarize written text. You need to summarize the passage in one sentence. So number of items can be 1 or 2. And prompt length would be text can be up to 300 words. And the scoring would be partial credit. And you will be assessed related to reading and writing skills. And the time to answer is 10 minutes. So the quick or method for this is you can copy paste the whatever the information is there, and you can write it from the initial, from the mid, and from the end of the paragraph, because you don't have that much time. So for writing an essay, you need to write an essay on a given topic between 200 to 300 words, and there'll be 1 to 2 prompts, and the prompt length can be 2 to 3 sentences, and skill assessed would be only writing, and you're having 20 minutes to write your essay. For your essay, you need a proper introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. For summarizing written text, you can see that you need to write a summary of the given paragraphs on a particular topic. You have 10 minutes to finish the summary. So you will have to write the summary in only one sentence. This means only one full stop or a period is allowed. Nevertheless, you may use commas and semicolons for more than once. You'll have the word count at the bottom of the text box. You can see it from the left below corner or bar. You must include the main points from the given paragraphs to make your summary rich and precise. You also have a choice to cut, copy, and paste the text. So you can do cut, copy, and paste the text if you don't want to type it. So for cutting the text, select the text you want to delete and left click cut. For copying, select the text you want to copy and left click copy. For pasting, take the cursor to the place you want to paste the copied or current or cut the text, then click the left and paste it. So you will be scored related to reading, grammar, writing, vocabulary, content, and the style. So how to write an essay and what is it? Basically, you will have to write an essay on a given topic. The topic will be mentioned in a line or two. You'll need to write the essay between 200 to 300 words. So you have 20 minutes to finish this task. Your writing will be judged on grammar, coherence, vocabulary, or written discourse. So you will have the word count at the bottom of the text box, and make sure that you don't write under 200 words. Nor should you exceed 300 words, or else it will attract penalty and you will lose your scores or marks. Try to remain neutral in writing on any topic. You should avoid repeating the words and sentences, avoid repeating the same vocabulary. Try to use synonyms for that, and you also have a choice to cut, copy, or paste the text. This is useful when you don't want to take any chance to spell a difficult word in your content. For example, an essay where you need to type the word homeostasis more than once. Again, for cut, copy, and paste, you are supposed to follow the same instruction. So you will be judged related to writing, grammar, vocabulary, spelling, written discourse, and the content will also be judged, the coherence, style, structure, linguistic level, and the content, the subject matter knowledge or the subject matter where you are providing over there in your essay, you will be judged related to that as well. For next module will be PTE Academic Reading module. So basically this section of the PTE exam contains passages and questions based on your reading skills. For each question, you will have to read the instructions carefully before answering them. This section allows you 32 to 41 minutes. Please check the timer on the screen. It is shown there at the top right corner. And for each section, question separate time is also mentioned below it or sometimes above that box or bar. So it depends on you to manage all the sections within the time limit. In other words, the items are not time bound, but the entire section is time bound. So there are the two timings. Don't get confused. One time is for the overall length of the test, and another time is for each module, or you can say each section of the question, where you need to keep it in mind and you need to focus on both timings. For this year section, you can have an overview of the items. You can see that in the first you will get the question related to multiple choice, choose single answer, and for this task only one response is correct from many options given. Choose the correct response after reading the passage. So you are having 1 to 2 items or you can say questions related to it, and the prompt length, the question length can be of 300 words, and for scoring of this question, +1 for correct response will be given, and reading will be assessed, or you can say reading skills will be assessed in this section. For next per item, you can see you have multiple choice, choose multiple answers. So more than one response is correct from many given, and choose the correct ones after reading the passage. So you will be having 2 to 3 correct options, and you after reading the passage you need to select 2 or 3 correct answers. And number of items will be 1 to 2. 1 to 2 question will be there, and the text length would be up to 300 words, and +1 for each correct response, and point deducted for incorrect option chosen. If you select in this particular question a wrong bullet or option, so your 1 mark will be deducted or point deducted for incorrect option, and your reading skill will be judged or assessed in this section. Next, we have reordered paragraphs. In this section, you can see that on the left-hand side, many sentences or paragraphs will be placed in a random order. You need to drag and drop them to the right side in the correct order. If you want to change the order, so again, you are having the option how you can change the order of the paragraph once you think that you have not placed it in the correct order. So there will be total, you can say 2 to 3 questions, and text length can be up to 150 words. +1 for each correctly ordered or adjacent pair will be given. So again, you will be assessed related to reading skills. So reading fill in the blanks, you can see that the passage appearing on the screen will have several gaps. Below the passage you have different words. Drag and drop the words that you think are correct and fill in the blanks. There'll be a passage, it can be 4 to 5 passages in this type of the question, and in the drop down menu or in the box you can say there are different words provided, so you can just select it and drag it to that particular blank. The text length can be up to 80 words, and +1 for each correct completed blank will be given, and you will be assessed for reading skills. So reading and writing fill in the blanks, you can see that from a drop down box, choose the correct word. This is a bit easy and a bit tricky as well, that you think should be the correct answer for the sentence with the gap. So for each fill in the blanks, on the right side there is a drop down menu where you need to click it and you need to select the appropriate answer. You need to see the semantic of the word, you need to see the tense. So what goes correctly with the sentence, you need to select that option. And number of items of question can be 5 to 6, and text length can be 300 words, and plus 1 for each correct answer will be there, and you will be assessed related to reading and writing skills. So multiple choice question, you can see over here that you will be presented with a passage. You need to go through the text carefully. Down to the text is a question with multiple options. You need to select by clicking one on which you think is the right answer. So the text can be up to 110 words, and you will be judged related to reading skills. And there is a tip: read the questions first so that you know what you should focus on. Because first, most of the time what we do is we read a passage and we don't go to the question, we'll go it at the end, and again we need to reread the passage. So in order to avoid this circumstance, the tip is to read the questions first and go to the comprehension passage, and you can skim it and you can read it where you need the particular information. So after having a glance at the question and the options, start reading the text and choose only one option which you think is right. And on an average, you should not be spending more than 2 minutes on each question. For multiple choice answers, you can see that you'll be presented with a passage. You need to go through the text carefully. Down to the text is a question with multiple options. You need to select by clicking more than one option what you think are the right answers. The text length can be up to 300 words. Your reading skills will be judged, and reading the question first so that you should focus on, and after having a glance at questions again, choose the correct option, and you need to spend 2 minutes on each. For reordering paragraphs, as you can see that what is correct, you will be presented with several paragraphs in a random order on the left hand side with a blank space on the right hand side. You'll need to drag the paragraphs from the left side and put them in order into the blank space on the right hand side. So the text could be of 150 words, and your reading skills will be judged. You need to read carefully all the paragraphs. Generally, paragraphs with connectors and adverbs don't come as first paragraphs, because you know that the first paragraph should have a background information or introduction. So if you have years mentioned in your paragraph, the chronological order may help set you the paragraphs in the right way. You need to focus on the connectors, transitional words, and then or the ideas given in those paragraphs. Then it will be easy for you to rearrange it in a proper order. So what is reading fill in the blanks? On your screen there will be a passage or paragraph with several blanks. Just below the text you will have several words. You need to drag and drop a proper word in a proper blank. You will get point for each correct placed word. So the prompt length or text length can be up to 80 words, and your reading skills will be judged. And the tip is, try to understand the entire sentence that has a blank. Check whether the blank requires a noun, a verb, or an adjective, and pick the words accordingly. Because most of the time in our sentence we need a verb, sometimes we need an adjective, sometimes we need an adverb. So read it carefully and select the according answer. So reading and writing and fill in the blanks. You can see that on your screen there will be a passage or paragraphs with several blanks. Each blank will have a drop down option filled with several words. You need to select the word that you think is the right one. So the text could be up to 300 words, and your reading skills and writing skills will be judged in this question. The tip is that you should have a good practice of reading, as it makes the task easier. So this item also requires good vocabulary, because many times the words are synonyms and you require intense knowledge of which word goes better for the blank. Now we will move towards another section of PTE Academic, which is the listening module. So your listening skills are tested in this section. In addition to that, you will also have some integrated speaking and listening question in another part. So what is it basically? The main section of listening requires you to listen to the audio or video clips that begin automatically. The volume can be increased by moving the bar to the right side. Adjust the volume to your level of comfort. So the audio clips are played only once and it will not be repeated. For the section overview, as you can see that the first item or question would be summarize the spoken text. So the task is that there will be there's it write down a summary of 50 to 70 words after listening to the audio clip. You need to write, but keep it in mind that if you will write 49 words, so marks will be deducted and number of question will be one or two. The prompt length can range from 60 to 90 seconds and you will be partially credited for it and your listening and writing skills will be assessed in this question. For multiple choice, or you can say choose multiple answers, multiple options are given on your screen and you need to choose more than one option based on the audio clip you hear. You need to select all the options that you think are true for the recording. So the number of the questions will be 1 to 2 and the prompt length can be from 40 to 90 seconds. And for each correct response, you will get +1 and point deducted for incorrect option. And your listening skill will be assessed in this question. For fill in the blanks question, the audio clip played should be matched with the transcription written on the screen. You will need to fill in the blanks that the transcription has and you will fill the blanks you hear the audio. So there's a tip for you people that once the audio is going on and you can see that the correct word is there and the missing word is spoken in the audio, so you need to write it on the notepad and once you are done you can fill it later on. So there will be 2 to 3 items for this and 30 to 60 second time is there, and for each correct word spelled, or you can say for each correct spelled word you will get credit and your listening and writing skill will be assessed in this question. Next is highlight correct summary. So after listening to the audio, you need to select the paragraph that perfectly summarizes the matter spoken in the recording. So you are having 1 to 2 items questions for this and there are 30 to 90 seconds for this time or prompt length, and correct and incorrect scoring will be there and your listening and reading will be the skill will be judged or assessed in this question. For multiple choice, choose single answer after listening to the recording. Answer a multiple choice question to the content or tone of the recording by selecting one response. So you're having 1 to 2 questions, you're having 30 to 60 seconds and correct incorrect scoring will be there and your listening skills will be assessed in this particular question section. So for select missing word, this is you can see that the recording will be played with a missing word or words from the given options. You need to select the missing part and you're having 1 to 2 prompts or questions for this and 30 to 60 seconds will be there for correct and incorrect scoring is there and your listening skills will be judged or assessed. For highlighting incorrect words, the task is that you need to select the word from the written transcript that is different from the speech in the audio clip. Once you hear the audio clip and you see that this word is different or this phrase is different, then you can select it. Left clicking is used to highlight the word. So in total, you'll be having 2 to 3 prompts and the time length is 20 to 70 seconds. For each correct word, points deducted for incorrect one, and for each correct word, you will be credited. And again, your listening skills will be judged or assessed in this section. So write from dictation, listen carefully to the sentence spoken. You need to write it in the box verbatim. So you're having 3 to 4 prompts and the prompt length is from 3 to 5 seconds. For each correct word spelled, you will be partial credited and your listening and writing skills will be assessed in this section. So what is summarized spoken text? You will hear a recording of some text. You need to type the summary of the same in 50 to 70 words. So what you can do is write down the phrases quickly once you hear it on your notepad. So how much time you'll get is it will be around 60 to 90 seconds, and you will be judged on your listening and writing skills. The tip for this section is write down the keywords or phrases quickly when you summarize the text. You have cut, copy, paste option in case you want to use. So once you listen to the audio recording, you have a notepad, try to write the important details or in the form of the phrases. For multiple choice or choose multiple answers, you will hear an audio clip. You need to select multiple answers that are relevant to the text spoken. The time you will get is 40 to 90 seconds, and your listening skills will be judged. The tip for this section is that scan through all the options as quickly as possible because you are having very less time. It will be then easy for you to select the relevant options. For fill in the blanks, you have a transcript on your screen with several blanks to be filled. You will hear an audio clip for the same transcript. You need to type in the missing word as you hear the recording. So the time you get is 30 to 60 seconds, and your listening and writing skills will be judged. The tip is that if you have good typing speed, you may type the word as you listen to the audio clip. In other case, you may write down the missing word in your notepad, and then once the clip is over, you are done with your writing, type all the words in the blanks. So you will need to remove your cursor to the blank space, and you need to move it to your cursor to the blank space and click on it so that you can type a word. You may forget the action and find whatever they typed was never written on the screen. It is recommended to check the word and spelling before clicking the next button. For highlight the correct summary, you can see that you will have an audio clip playing some lecture. After listening to the lecture, you will need to select the summary paragraph that best matches the lecture. You're having 30 to 90 seconds for this task, and your listening and writing skills will be judged. So for multiple choice, choose single answer. You can see that you'll have a recording being played. After listening to it carefully, you need to choose any of the text or sentences given. The selected sentences or text should answer the question based on the audio you just heard. So you're having 30 to 60 seconds, and your listening skills will be assessed. For select missing word, you can see that you will listen to an audio clip that you will have a beep, and you will need to select the most appropriate option that fits the beep. So you are having 20 to 70 seconds for this task, and your listening skills will be judged. And you can say the tip for this section is the beep for almost all the times comes in the last. And knowing this fact makes many students become alert only when the audio is reaching the end. So the tip is that you should carefully listen to the recording from the beginning of the sentence, and this is because many times the beep could be the conclusion of the entire sentence. For highlight the incorrect words, you can see that you have a transcript written on your screen. You will hear an audio clip for the same transcript, and you need to identify the selected words by left clicking on them that are different from the words in the lecture from the audio clip. So you are having 15 to 50 seconds for this task, and your listening and your reading skills will be judged in this section. The tip is that move mouse or cursor as the audio clip is played. So be alert and immediately click the word that differs from the recording. So you need to be very vigilant while listening to the recording, and you need to move the cursor according to each word which is spoken on audio clip, because if you have missed the word, one mark will be deducted. So even if you wrongly clicked one word, and do not go back and deselect it immediately, or else the speaker will finish several more words that you will completely miss at the end. Remember those that you clicked incorrectly, you then deselected them all by again left clicking on them. So moving towards the next question, we are having write from dictation. In this section, you will have to listen carefully to the sentence spoken in an audio clip played automatically, you need to type the sentence with exact words spoken. So the time is 3 to 5 seconds, and your listening and writing skills will be judged. And the tip is that some prefer taking down the notes as the sentence is spoken. So write initials of the words spoken may help. Others with good memory power simply concentrate on the sentence and recall it while writing it. So it is better to concentrate, listen to the audio recording instead of writing it down, because most of the time when we write, we skip, or most of the important information removes at that time from our mind. So spare some time to check and proofread your own content. Grammar, spelling, style, and discourse matter here. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to get more updates related to IELTS, PTE, English grammar, and English language lessons. Thank you.